talking about the very mysterious disappearance of the little 3-year-old boy, Jaryd Atadero, on October 2nd, 1999. I'm going to show you through his date of birth and numerology what set this off and what went terribly wrong. He lived in Colorado. His dad owned kind of like a resort in the mountains, and there had been a Christian singles group at the resort, and he had gone on a walk with them in the national forest nearby. Some fishermen had a brief conversation with him about whether there were bears in the area, and then he just disappeared. Only for several years later for some of his clothing to be found, his shoes in pristine condition, and then a fragment of his skull as well as a tooth was found. I'm going to show you through numerology why I do not think this was foul play, and I do not think that there was an animal attack involved. Okay, we have to go to the Vedic grid. This is how we analyze numbers of a person. You know, it's the basis of prediction and how we see their personality. Okay, so he was born in January. The 1 goes here. The 2nd of the month, the 2 goes here. We don't take the first 2 numbers of the year of birth, only the last 2. So that means we put in a 9 and then a 6, and then his destiny number, all the numbers in the date of birth added up together become a 1. So he was a destiny number of 1. So he was running a number 3 dasha. Those are planetary time periods we use to make predictions. I did it off camera because it does involve some math. We essentially put the number 3 in here. This 362 gave him a really good family life for this 3-year period. Then we also have to put in his antar dasha. That's the sub period that a person runs, also used to make predictions. He was in a number 8 antar dasha. This is known as -8. Something difficult was going to happen because look at this. See how there's no 7 in between the 1s and 8s. This activated something called a defamation yoga, and the defamation yoga was at very bad dignity based on his chart. There was going to be challenges. And when people are running a defamation yoga like this, I tell them to be very careful to not travel alone, to be around people and just always have their head up. So that's the energy that we're looking at. We also need to see where number 8 is in his birth chart. It is within the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapada. This has to do with the burning away of materialism to go towards spirituality and something higher. But it's also a very fierce nakshatra. It has to do, the symbol is the skull and crossbones. We'll just leave it at that. And we always want to see where Saturn was transiting at the time he disappeared, because he is in this number 8 dasha. We want to understand what is going on. It was transiting through the constellation, the nakshatra of Bharani. Bharani is within Aries. It is known as a very creative nakshatra, but also it is ruled by Yama, the Lord of Death. And the symbol for Bharani is both the elephant and the boat, and it has to do with going in between the material and spiritual realms. That's the energy of what is happening